Hello, it's Karen. Welcome to the Star Card Tarot. I'm glad to be back. Glad to reconvene. We're still in Libra season. I was reflecting the other day about Libra season when it came in. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of felt like the beauty and the harmony was really opened up, but just in small little segments, like absolute beauty, like absolute. I know Venus is rules Taurus and Libra, um, and we see the beauty in Taurus season. But for some reason, the beauty with the harmony of Libra, like I was floored, and like just it would just be increments, just absolute beauty. And then now I'm feeling the energy. It hasn't shifted, but it's just slowly made its way to where right now I feel like it's more of a not business, but like it's the balancing and making sure everything's checks and balances and things are good. The justice, the fairness, the however things need to be weighed and looked at and balanced, right? So yeah, we're here at Libra season, and so I know I've been having lots of breakthroughs. I hope you guys have. I kind of sense that's what's going on. There's always situations that come up in our lives that they're always meant for us to learn something out from it, right? Have fun while we're doing it, and there's so much learning. I posted a video, or I didn't post. I recorded a video yesterday, and I was hesitant. I felt a little bit rusty because I felt like for some reason I felt like I hadn't been doing my cards as much, because the last time I think just channeled messages came through. So I recorded it and I listened back to it for a little bit, and then I turned it off. I said, no, I'm not going to post that. To me, it felt, I like to be led through my higher self and just let the messages flow through. And I was almost doubting myself or being a little bit too critical and thinking, oh, it was me trying to make messages or trying to make stories appear. You know how that goes if you're, you would know how that goes. Anyhow, so I was chit-chatting with a friend tonight on the phone and mentioning the message that was coming through, and it completely lined up with her. So she said, do it. Well, I erased it, so I can't post it. But I'm going to show you guys some things, and I'll let you know some of the messages that have come through from a couple days ago and today. But breakthroughs, major breakthroughs, breakthroughs in learning, breakthroughs in mentalism, mental breakthroughs. So that's really been one. So I got this letter, and again, like messages coming through in the craziest ways sometimes. I find it funny. So I got this letter the other day, an old school handwritten letter. I shouldn't say yesterday, last week. And where I live, we all share the same mailbox. And there was no name on it, but it has the address. But when I looked on the back, it says that it's from Barcelona, Spain. So I was thinking, I was like, hey, wait, maybe it could be for me, because I had been inquiring about some training in Barcelona, Spain. So I thought, well, you never know. It could be for me, and it might be something to do with that. So I brought it upstairs and opened it, and it was just like a old school pen pal type of letter, and it's written to unknown. I don't know if you guys can see that. So that's one of the messages I feel that's prominent, is unknown, anonymous, something like that. So what I got from this letter was the name David. I also am looking at the address. The street or the city or the street is Carretera del Col Blanc, number 9032 CP08028. So Barcelona, Spain. So if there's any messages or if that's anything for anybody out there, there you go. I don't think I'm going to reply. You just never know this day and age, right? If somebody's trying to do a scam, run the okie doke on me, I'm like, nope. But at any rate, I feel like it's meant for everybody. So backtracking, I got a message at the start of Libra season when I was feeling all that joy and harmony. I was reminded of the movie, it came to my mind, from the 80s called They Call Me Bruce, and then there was a second movie, They Still Call Me Bruce. So it was a spoof about Bruce Lee. So if the name Bruce Lee, or because it's the second one was They Still Call Me Bruce, I was thinking nickname. So if could even be like a nickname somebody calls you, the word nickname, or anything to do with that. Also, that reminded me of one of Bruce Lee's interviews that people have been really circulating more recently is Be Like Water. The letter E. The letter E has been coming up so prominently over the last week, up until this week. The letters P and H. The symbol of an anchor, like from a ship, an anchor. Elton John and Elton John's song, I guess that's why they call it the blues. 'Cause I guess that's why they call it the blues. You know that song with that really good harmonica? Stevie Wonder on harmonica? Hey, maybe that's even something for somebody out there. Messages, names, nicknames. There's a 9 of Pentacles falling out that way. Something coming up to the future, just about ready to have it all. Oh, before I go further, I thought I would introduce my Spanish playing card decks. I haven't used them yet. I want to learn about them. I respect them a lot. It's a separate system from the tarot system, but it's similar. But I'm gonna put them in this reading tonight, and the reason why I'm putting them in tonight because of Barcelona, Spain. And then when I get to learn the system, maybe I'll do a read for you that way. Okay, so we've got an 8 of Rods. Also, the next video I do, I feel like I'm going to try my camera at a different angle for you. So there's some quick energy coming through. Oh, okay, let's see what it's about. This whole stack landed right on top of this. It's a Hanged Man. Okay, so you were waiting, but now messages are coming through. So keep in mind my reading right now is for the collective. It's quite general. I always tend to read for not to specific questions or themes, just whatever kind of presents. So the central of this is a 3 of Hearts, or 3 of Hearts. Oh, wow, why did I say that? Playing with the Queen of Hearts. 3 of Swords is central to it. 5 cards came out. There's still some shuffling going on. Some rearrangements. So feeling there was, you were starting to get something off the ground, but there's been disappointment, and it was really hurtful to you. 5 of Cups in reversed. I feel like you were trying to get something going with your money or your practicality, your 3D, anything, you know, that you can tangibly feel, sense, see, taste, touch, you know. You were getting something working and having some support on that. And I feel like for some reason you were being a little bit deflated back there. Something behind the scenes. I feel like you were embarrassed or shy that you didn't want to talk about it because that's your emotions. Cups are emotions. You're feeling a little bit upside down. I feel like it may have been a business venture, or, something, again, something tangible, not just ideas, but something you were actually working on or working towards. And I feel like maybe some of your partners backed out, and it was making you really disappointed, like really, really disappointed. But you still had, you still had the 2 cups, so that would indicate, you weren't, like, you still had the heart to carry on. 4 of Cups is here. But it's not the same. I feel like, you're looking at this like, hey, like, you were working on something good and you had an idea. This was like what you were hoping on and counting on, and, new offers were coming in, or could be coming in, or were coming in. But you were like ignoring that, not even noticing that, almost, that, you could have some emotional support, like somebody saying, hey, it's not the end of the world. Hey, I almost get the sense like this is somebody like sitting in their what do you call that? Like a robe or your pajamas, just really not putting not having the heart for something. A little bit of depression almost. And I feel like there was a stall because of that. But now, because this whole stack here came with this one, it was kind of clarifying this one. There's some quick energy coming through. Some new ideas, some inspiration is on the way. And you're very close to what you started way back here with only 3 of those pentacles. You're very close to having it. And I guess that's what they call it, the blues. Down on my blues. Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Rods in reverse, or 3 of Wands in reverse. So what's happening right now is there's an opportunity coming. It's a new, what you were hoping for way back then, what you were trying to get off the ground, and people were backed out, or fucked you over, or changed their mind, or walked away on it, or whatever. There was you just sitting there doing it by yourself. There's something new coming up, right? That's it. That's these eight of Wands. There's inspiration coming. But it's subtle. Like it's one of those things. There's because it's sitting, the coin in this image, it's sitting between these flowers here. I'm getting the sense that, like, it's one of those things. It's hidden, but it's like right in front of your, in plain sight. It's hidden in plain sight for you. It's a really good opportunity. But remember, the Ace energy, it's an essence. It's an opportunity. An opportunity may not last forever. So if you see it, keep your ears and eyes peeled. Keep your intuition going. Maybe these synchronicities of these messages coming might help you. And because there's a 3 of Rods and it was upside down. Yes. I always think about this one when you've kind of put your ideas out there, you're just kind of waiting for it to come, you're carrying on, doing your thing. That law of detachment thing. but something fresh is coming, and that's why you're almost going to get this. It was like a little bit of a 50-50 here. The number 5 has been coming up as well too, and I often think about the pentacles with the star. There's 5 points on it. Something about the number 5. Iris. I feel like keep your eyes peeled, not just your ears, but something I think is going to be a visual, and I feel like it's going to be subtle, and it'll just pop out to you, or you'll notice it. You won't hear it, but I think you'll see it with your eyes. It'll just become clear with your vision. The Emperor and Temperance is in the center. I feel like this time, because Temperance being here is very much to me like Libra season. A little bit of, taking from this scale, putting it over here, measuring things, making sure that things are correct, the right recipe, getting it right. I think things will go very, very right. Like you'll have the winning formula for your pentacles, and that's the 9. That would mean that you would personally, by yourself, be able to achieve your material, whatever that may be, your stability, your financial stability, your 3D, whatever it may be for you. The Emperor is a leader who looks after others. But I feel that the Emperor has to look after himself. That character has to look after himself in order to be able to look after and protect others and look after others' best interest. Look at this right here. So what I'm noticing is the pentacle is between these two flowers. They look like an iris. It looks like almost fall colors, but it looks like an iris, and then, or like the flowers like an iris. And then we look here at the Emperor, and it's like the same imagery right here. There's some fresh irises, and that's not a pentacle. It's probably a sphere or a globe or something. But to me, it's like it's in this hand. It's with him. And it's replicated really, really, really close here in his headdress or crown, and almost like there's a third eye, iris, like eyes. And then I'm thinking about the flower, it looks like an iris. So I feel like you're going to see something and just hold on to it, because that would be the ticket. That would be your ticket. So keep your eyes peeled, because those ace energies, they don't last forever. They're presented to you if you want it, at the right time. If you can see it, if you can hear it, but in this case, to see it. here came that Three of Rods upright, though. It means it's on the way. And, you know, when you line yourself up with the direction of your hopes, what you wish for your return, without stressing, just confidently, quietly, it's on the way. Eight of Swords. Standing your ground, marking your territory. Getting your priorities right. Thinking about things. An Ace of Swords, which is a 9. It adds up to a 9. Would be that it could come to pass, some kind of action. Yeah, so just keep looking in the direction of your dreams. Keep faced in that direction with confidence, because the time of action is it's here. I like this card. This Ace of Swords. It's like streamers or ribbons. It's like celebration, adornment, glory. Like the sword itself, look at the handle, like pretty glorious. You know, and I feel like it will feel like the right action. It would line up. Your intuition would line right up with it. As if there's anything else, any other messages coming through. Time on my hands would be time spent with you. Don't wish it away. Okay. It's a Knight of Pentacles. It's steady and slow, and it's coming. It often doesn't feel like it's moving along. The Knight of Pentacles. I love the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, such a funny energy. I love it. See, because this is the thing about the Pentacles. The Pentacles, they do it up right. Like, they gotta look good when they come with it. And this Pentacles is coming with it properly. It's coming correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the horse looks good. I always, you know, and that's the way the Pentacles come, and especially the Knight. So, you know, we saw with that Eight of Wands, you know, things are switching out, things, you know, new information's coming through, new energy, a rush of energy's coming in. You've got opportunity with your Ace of Pentacles to start something tangible. You have the Ace of Pentacles, or sorry, the Ace of Swords coming in, you know, having that clarity, that clear mind. Your mental game is on point, and ideas are clear and they're not muddled. It's going to take its little bit of time, but it's going to be the right way, the proper way. Right on. So if it's going to get done, and it's going to get done right. So I hope you enjoyed.